Hey, hello everyone. Here I'm sitting here with the Weber Master Touch Premium, the E-5775, the Super Deluxe one. I've done a couple of videos, quite a few cooks on it already, and the biggest problem I had was the lid not closing correctly. The lid would just float up by itself or hang like this, and that basically made it worthless to cook on. But a lot of people have asked how I got it to close, and a simple modification on the hinge which lets it close and close with force, and we're going to talk about this. Obviously, if you cannot do anything mechanical as far as anything dangerous, do not do this. As it sits right now, screwing around with the springs and everything is covered in the first 70 to 80 pages of your VCR manual. Do not do it. It may kill you. It may it'll do everything. It'll kill you, it'll damage you, it'll tear your fingers off. Don't do it if you can't do it. Find a buddy that can help with it, and when you're done, you can get it to seal and close, and then the rest is just a matter of the height of the hinge to make it close front and back. But this is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, I want to talk more about the angle of the dangle. I put a line here. That line equals exactly where the lid would be closed. This is too far, that would never work. With the hinge in the closed position, the spring would be installed at this angle, and it's way too far back at the bottom installed, and that causes the lid to be pulled in this direction. By changing the spring to the other position, that causes almost a vertical pull, still closing the lid but pulling straight down and not giving any backwards upwards pull like the other angles. One viewer said he took one spring off and that helped, but what I see here is there's not enough upward holding power to be able to correctly hold the lid upwards. But this is what I want to show you. The spring needs to be moved from here to hooking on this part. Here. Not here, but here. And that's all I did to get it to close good. Now I'm going to try and show you how to take the springs out. First, grab a piece of cardboard, set it here so you don't damage anything. The springs look like they're loose and should be easy. That's not going to happen. You need two standard screwdrivers, preferably one round, one flat. You're going to take the round one and put that through the spring and across the back of the bracket. That way nothing can come off. You're going to take the flat screwdriver. It's going to go under the loop and above the back, like that. And that'll allow you to tip the spring. Then, with a little bit of persuasion, you can pull up on the round screwdriver and tip it back until you can get that off. And then carefully take this off, and then your spring comes out. That's how you get the spring out. Once the spring is loose, you can move the cardboard. You can go from underneath and just kick the spring out, and it comes out like that. Okay, now we're going to do the second one. Same procedure. Take the Phillips screwdriver, round if you have it, put that through the hinge, and then hook under so you can tip it back, and that goes under like that. And then lean this back and pull up on the Phillips, and that will release the spring. Just like that. Okay, putting the springs back in the new way. This is the way they were originally installed, with the point inward. We're going to just put these in the bottom. Put it in here. Bring this at an angle to here. Now you see, once that's in there, you could never get that. You could never attach that spring easily. So that's the only way to get that spring in there. Do exactly the same here. Bring this around, and then just push this spring out of the way a little bit, and you can get the second one up at an angle. That's the starting position where you're going to install the springs at, off of this point here, and not here. Okay, and this is why we have the flat blade screwdriver, so we can tip the spring and hook it like that. And with this screwdriver, make sure it's in, pull it out. That's one spring in. And we have to do the exact same with the other spring.
Hook that, bring that up.
Okay, and this is how we're going to pull this up, tip this back, and then hook the spring back on. And what that's going to do, that's got the springs located off the forward point here. Okay, here's a good look of the hinge and relocated springs. You see the spring is not attached here, and it's all I've done to it. The lid comes up, it comes up, stays up, wants to spring up. Now here's the most important part, it goes down. It's not floating, it closes positive. And that's all I've done to improve the design. And that's about it. It's a pretty simple fix if you decide to do it. My idea is it's just a problem with the location of the springs on the hinge, a design problem. Once you change those, you'll have a kettle that will positively close and still comes up and hinges good. Thanks a lot for looking. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and have a good one.